I just got to the trailhead of this hike, and unfortunately there's a car here already. But it's a pretty huge alpine area that I'm hiking to today, so there's a good chance I won't see these people at all. I'm sure I'll have the solitude that I'm looking for. So another car pulled up just as I was starting on the trailhead. So I'm moving pretty quick up this first part of the trail to try to stay ahead of these people. Thankfully, I haven't run into any people yet, but they may be going a different way. The place where I'm headed, there's an easier way to get there. I'm going the hard way because it's more scenic. I'm going up and over a couple of peaks, but there's a lower, easier way. I don't like feeling this way or thinking about other people when I'm on the trail. It's not that I hate people. You know, this is a beautiful place. Other people are allowed to be here too. These mountains don't belong to me. It's just that I live in a city and I spend all my time surrounded by other people, and I come to the mountains just to get away from people and to have some quiet time in a beautiful location all to myself. This next part of the trail here is quite tricky. It's quite a steep cliff, and I have to make my way down the cliff wearing my very heavy backpack. So I'm going to take my time and do it slowly. It's one of the trickier parts of this hike. When I first got into backcountry camping after moving to British Columbia, this is one of the first hikes that I discovered. So it really holds a special place in my heart. I come back to this place at least once a year, and I never get bored of it. This place is spectacular and it feels like home. This lake that I was just swimming in, it's sort of on the main part of the hike, so a lot of people camp there, and I don't want anyone coming in behind me and camping there. I think I've made it pretty clear that I don't like seeing people when I'm camping. So I've got this other lake in mind where I camped last year. It's also a really nice spot. So I just have one final push up this steep rocky hill to get to the lake where I'm going to camp tonight. So nice to take off the pack. I found some lingering snow in a north-facing slope. It's a perfect little beer fridge. So I got pretty lucky that there's no one here. I was really worried when I saw the car pulling up as I was starting the hike. I'm lucky I didn't see a single person. I was worried that I'd run into people and have to talk to people, and I didn't have to, so that's great. I'm really happy that I have this place to myself. I talk about people like I hate them, or I'm afraid of them, or I want nothing to do with them, and that's not really the case. I want nothing to do with people when I'm on the hiking trail, because I come to these places to be alone and to recharge and to reset after spending so much time around other people in the city. You may have noticed, if you've watched a few of my videos, that I don't say exactly where I'm hiking. I sort of give a general area. I say I'm in the Coast Mountains or in southern British Columbia, but that's about it. And the reason for that is that I don't want these places that are so special to me to get discovered by other people. There are so many hikes, so many beautiful places that have been ruined by Instagram, YouTube, other kinds of social media, and I'm not going to do that because these places are too special for me. I don't want to attract other people to these places because they will ruin it, because people equals noise, people equals garbage, people equals narcissistic dummies taking selfies instead of really enjoying being in nature. If you are a person who likes spending time outdoors and you have, an Instagram account where you post these kinds of photos, or you have a YouTube channel where you post your videos of your hikes, please do not tell people exactly where you're going, because these places will get ruined. Other people will find out about them through your videos, your photos, whatever, and these places will get ruined. I'm going to hang my food in these trees back here to try to keep it out of the sun as much as possible. I've got some cooked meat that's been out for a day and a half now, and we're in the middle of a heat wave, so got to keep that shit out of the sun. I'm fully caffeinated and fed, and I'm ready to get the day started. My plan is to do some exploring in the area. There's a big lake down in a valley back that way. So I'm going to hike down to the lake and probably go for a swim down there and then explore a couple of other lakes in the area. In one of my recent videos, I came up with an idea to not look at the time while I was in the mountains, and I didn't put a lot of thought into it, so it didn't work out that well, and I ended up seeing the time accidentally a couple times. So I put more preparation into it this time. I'm not wearing a watch, and on my phone, which I need for the map, I put electrical tape over where I can see the time. So there's no way for me to see the time today. My plan is to just go with the rhythm of the daylight and enjoy being here and not think about the time. It's a small thing, but it's just one nice way to truly enjoy being in the mountains. Knowing the time isn't really that relevant when I'm wandering around the mountains, because I can see the position of the sun in the sky, and I went to bed last night when it got dark, and I got up this morning when I got light. So why do I need to know the time? I just rescued a dragonfly that was floating in the lake here. I wasn't sure if it was alive or not, but I fished it out of the lake and I set it down on the rock, and it seemed quite stunned at first. I wasn't sure if it was going to make it, but as it dried out in the sun, it started flapping its wings and then it flew away. And I have to admit, I was quite emotional when that happened. It's just such a beautiful insect. Those big green eyes. It was a really nice moment. That was really nice, spending time at that lake. Now I'm on my way to the second lake, so I have to climb out of this valley and work my way up towards the lake. This last swim was a naked one, so I had to cut out the good parts. I actually left my swimming shorts down at that other lake. I'm very stupid, so I have a long hike back down to get to the lake to retrieve my shorts. Well, I couldn't find my swimming shorts. I have no idea what happened to them. I guess the wind must have blown them away. I don't know. I feel terrible, though. I would never purposely leave something behind in the mountains. And that's the thing about humans, you know, even when we don't mean to cause harm, we do. Lake number 3. There's even a little beach down here on the shore of the lake. Do you remember when you were a kid on summer vacation from school, how it felt to have these open-ended days where you could just spend time doing whatever you wanted, wandering around your neighborhood, hanging out with your friends, riding your bike, climbing trees, all those kinds of things? This is how I feel when I'm alone in the mountains and I just have free time to wander and explore and just connect with myself and connect with nature. I feel a lot of guilt as a human for the impact I have on the planet. Even though I live a simple life, I have no kids, I don't buy a lot of stuff, I'm part of the problem, just like you, just like everyone. The problem is there are too many of us, and we don't live sustainably. Humans require so much input from the world, from the earth, and so many resources are required just to meet our basic needs that it really is, it's a losing game for all of us in the end, you know. We're headed in a bad direction. And it's a trap that we're in. You know, the trap of thinking that we're the most important species on the planet and we have to keep reproducing because this is what nature wants us to do. I beg to differ. We are thinking animals who can make different choices. And so I've made the choice not to reproduce, not to have kids. So I am not contributing any more than I have to the degradation of the planet. I'm not some sort of environmentalist radical. I just am realistic about the direction that we're headed as a species and what we're doing to our home. The only home we have, the Earth. Coming to these kinds of places, spending time in true, pure, pristine wilderness really gives me a real appreciation for this amazing planet that we live on. 6:30 a.m. and I'm all packed up and ready to start hiking out of here. I'm getting an early start today because I have to work tomorrow. So I have to get back to the real world. I really don't want to leave because it's a beautiful morning. It's going to be another sunny, hot day. But I have to go back and live my life in the city, unfortunately. Anyway, this has been a really good trip to the mountains. I've really enjoyed my time here. Thanks for watching.